Hello everyone, and welcome to my new Let's Look At. Let's look at Armello. Armello is a kind of a tabletop card game with RPG elements. And it is a very entertaining game. It is mostly probably for multiplayer crowd, but single player is not a bad mode anyway. The AI can be challenging, but obviously nowhere near as much as multiplayer. But we're gonna jump right in here, gonna start a new game, and we're just gonna kind of not really jump headlong into. I'm gonna explain the basics of the different heroes you can choose. Thane is your more combat-oriented, or one of the more combat-oriented characters, with his Swordmaster, which can basically say, screw you, I'm going to hit you anyway. You have to have some sword cards in your hand, but we'll get into that a little later. Now, as far as the actual attributes, fight is how many dice you get in a fight, and it's a tabletop game, it's dice rolls. If you don't like dice rolls, this is not the game for you. Body's your health. Wits is how much you get on your peril rolls. So if someone set a trap for you, you only get 3 die to roll. That's not usually very good, so you want to avoid that as Thane. Spirit is how much mana, or I don't know if it's mana or what the technical term in this game is, but that's how much magic power you get per dawn, I think, or dusk. It's dusk. So as you can see, Thane's very offensive oriented, whereas Sana is more magic oriented with her spirit, and she also gains her spirit in place of fight when she's facing a corrupted creature, which we'll get into again later. Brun is another good fighting character, not as good as Thane with only 4 fight, but his Scarcaster more than makes up for it if you use a lot of magic. River, another kind of oriented offensive character, she gets to basically attack you before you can do anything. So not as combat oriented, but more assassination, but not quite as assassination as Zasha. Zasha at night, as you see, gets stealth everywhere, and stealth, what it does is make it so if you attack someone, or if you get attacked while you're in stealth, they can't use any cards. You're ambushed. So it's really nice. Mercurio I've never really worked with a whole lot. I'm guessing he's probably good at, I don't know about prestige victories, but he is really good at just being slimy. That one guy that constantly trips you up. And Barnaby, who's just kind of, I don't know, I've never really found a good strategy for Barnaby, but I'm going to be playing as Thane. Just because I feel like it, and that's what I feel like doing. Now, you also get to choose your 2 or 1 ring. You unlock these as you get more and more. I've only gotten this one basically unlocked. This one you start out for free, which is fine. I like stealth, but neither one of these are very good. I'm just going to go with the stealth, because honestly magic is not really what Thane should be focusing on, so. And then you get your necklace, or whatever you want to call this. Start the game with 2 prestige. That is a very good bonus, but since that's not really fair. But yeah, you can see once you play the game enough, you get different little bonuses to start with. I'm going to start with, I usually pick wits on Thane just because his 3 is so terrible in a peril roll early game. But you can easily go with fight if you want to maximize your fighting prowess. You'll get an extra die from it. But Thane usually has quite a lot of dice to work with anyway. And since I guess we're doing this for the first time, I'll actually watch this. Normally I skip it because it's fairly short. And this is the playing field. Get used to seeing this. Okay, now the premise of Armello. The premise is, you want to be the king, and the king's corrupted by the rot. And now we gotta choose our quest. I'm going to choose, what is the Masquerade Mask? Not really something I would want. I do want extra fighting though, but ah crap, what's the Bard have? Not really him either. I guess I'll just go with that. It doesn't really, not a great quest, but yeah, you get a quest at any given time, but we'll get into that later. The premise of Armello is to become the king. Now the king is corrupted. Blackheart. The king is always corrupted and gains +1 rot every dusk. Now when you're corrupted every dawn, you lose 1 health. Doesn't matter if you're just infected or corrupted, there are different levels of it. 5 rot is corrupted, 1 to 4 is infected. And there's a lot more to do with that, but it's a bit more complicated than it initially sounds. Well, not really complicated so much as just different, but early game, what you might want to do as Thane is go to the different towns. Why? Because when you go to a town, you claim the town, and they give you a gold every dawn, I think. Now these are our cards, which, that's not actually bad at all for Thane. I might actually want Hare's Halberd, because that is just debilitating if you get into a fight with another player. That's not terrible, but I'm not usually a big fan of the saboteur line, this whole thing, but I just wanted to look at it, see what I even had, because I have a bad habit of just not checking what's in my hand in the beginning. But yeah, you gotta wait for everybody else to do their turn. It's not just instant. There you go. You gotta wait, see what everybody else does. And he just spawned a Bane? Is that what they're called? That's why I didn't explore the dungeon. He's gonna go hard up and try and kill it. If you kill a Bane, you do get Prestige, which is another winning condition we haven't even started to get into yet. There's multiple ways to win in Armello, and she just ran headfirst into a peril and lost money. Not the smartest play I've ever saw, but maybe she had a grand scheme. Anyway, the way you even win Armello, like I said, the grand scheme is to get into the castle, become the king, yada yada. Now there's multiple ways to do that. Now you can either wait until the king just dies, keels over from the rot. You have to be Prestige Leader, which is a whole nother system we haven't even started talking about yet. But there's a political system. You don't even have to really even fight other players. You don't have to even try and gather the Spirit Stones. You can just be the most popular person, wait till the king dies, and then you win. Which right now he's leading because he just got a prestige for killing that thing. There's prestige, victory, there's the Kingslayer. You go in, kill the king, and don't die, which is a hard one. If you try and kill the king and you die, well then, the Prestige Leader automatically wins. Now, I don't really want to go in that swamp or fight the King's Guard. You don't want to fight the King's Guard. Okay, if you fight the King's Guard, the king gets very mad. He gets very mad, and everybody, you know, all the King's Guards try to kill you from then on sight. So don't do that unless you have good reason. I'm actually just gonna eat the damage. Just go with it and play the expendables here, because I don't want to get hit as hard, because I already have bad enough time as Thane in perils. And now here are in the peril screen. Now this is what's called, I can't burn any of my cards. If I had a moon card, I could burn it and basically guarantee the thing's done, but I don't have any, so I can't burn it. And I failed it. I used a card and I still failed it. I'm a failure. And here we are. Oh jeez, I'm crow. Okay, well I can at least get that one, and that's about it. I can guarantee one of them. If I couldn't get one before, what's the odds of getting two or three? Not very good. Oh great, I'm out of cards. Well, at least I can get questing. Now questing depends on what your thing is. This is a fighting trial, and because I have five fighting, I have a 50% chance. Now I can either get the Masquerade Mask or go down to 1 health, or just take the free one and get the the same thing except minus the Masquerade Mask, which I don't really want in the first place. So we're just gonna take the safe route, and I get a prestige. So I'm still not leader in prestige. I think that's still Brun over here because he got it first, but I'm at least on level, heading with him. Now the way to win is, like I said, the Kingslayer. There's the prestige, and there's even a rot victory, where if you have more rot than the king, who has 2 right now, which is that little squiggly mark on the right there, that's the rot. The more rot you have over your opponent, for example, if I had 3 rot and I faced the king right now, I would have 5 extra dice, I would have 2 extra dice to roll, I think. Because if you basically get the opponent's rot as extra dice. So if you're going to do a rot victory, you got to gain a lot. It's hard to do. I've tried. And now you can accept the quest while it's your opponent's turn. Why they opted to do it this way, I don't really know, but they did. Let's see. Royal Banner. That's not bad if you want to go for a prestige victory, obviously. That's a +3 prestige, and I'm probably going to be going for a prestige victory, because that's the easiest one to do with Thane. My strategy with Thane is simply go try and kill everybody you can. Which, now that I think about it, I probably should have chose the Scratch instead of Wit, but oh, whoops. I was trying to be a jack of all trades. And she just... everybody's getting on the Bane killing action. Except for the person that should, which is me. Now she's the prestige leader. And there's also a mechanic we haven't seen yet. When it turns morning, you'll see it a little more. But the prestige leader gets to help the king decide what laws to put into place. Which we'll see right here. Depending on who's the prestige leader, they get to choose. And since it's River, or whatever her name is, it's going to be... The king's madness is apparent. All heroes swap their hands. I have no cards. So somebody's getting screwed out of this, and it ain't me. Oh, good. What did I get? I got magic. I have 3 magic. That's my magic down here. And that costs 1. That costs 3. Oh, I can actually use that. And since I have 4 wit, means I can hold 4 cards. So I'm going to use item. I don't want that item. That item sucks for Thane. I don't want that item. That item sucks for Thane. Thank you for playing, but... I could probably kill Sana right now. She only has 2 fight. I'm gonna try and kill Sana. It's not the nicest thing to do, but she's in my way, man. I gotta get over there. Blame yourself, for all I care. Now, I could be a complete dick and just throw a +1 peril difficulty, but you gotta be careful if you do that so you don't walk into it yourself. I've done that before. It's not... Crap, I can't go after Sana. She's on a mountain. I just realized she's on a mountain, and when you're on a mountain, you get a defense bonus. +1 shield. I don't think I could probably kill her. It's not worth it. I'm just gonna take the peril. Steal 1 go... Oh, great. Well, I can get rid of that shield. I don't need that. 2 suns. I don't think I'm gonna get 2 suns. I didn't even get 1. Oh, I got 1. Okay, that's not gonna help, though. I'm having very bad luck today, I'll tell you. But at least I have these towns. That's something. Oh boy. Now, I should probably go back into one of these forests, because when night comes, I'd rather be... Oh crap, well screw it, I'm not going into forest. Should I even use regeneration? We're gonna live dangerously. No. This game can be rather long, it can be upwards of 40-something minutes. But I'm gonna try not to let it go quite that long. I'm not gonna, you know, purposely draw the game out, like I've been known to do, just to see how long the game can go. The answer was about an hour. Normally it lasts around half an hour, 40 minutes. But you get a feel for what the gameplay is like. Battle is basically the same thing as Perils, except there's a bit different, which I was trying to fight Sana, but wasn't really working, because if I did, I would have possibly killed myself in the process. Well, to be fair, I probably wouldn't have killed myself. I probably would have just not done anything. You're gonna kill yourself at that rate if you're not careful. Boy, she's really going hard in the paint. Didn't even get it done either. Why is she going for treachery cards? That's Sana. That's Sana. She should be getting sorcery cards, shouldn't she? What can I say, folks? The AI is not the best. And that's like a blood feud over there. Okay, she has 3 prestige. You would think eventually the Banes would kill her. By the way, if you die, you lose a prestige. So going balls to the wall like the AI is doing against the Banes right now is not usually the best solution, but they're getting very lucky with it. Oh good. I could probably kill her with that. That'd take her down to 2 health. She's still getting that... Well, before I do that, I'd want to do this. You get health back if you go on these things. Honestly, the best course of action would be to probably use the throwing axe on the Bane, take it down to 2 health, and then use the Ranger's Cloak. Yeah, I'm going to do that just to show you the battle system. It may not be the smartest thing to do, but I'm going to do it. I'm going to use regeneration on myself as well to mitigate some of the damage I take on this, and we'll see how this goes. I'm going to throw up a shield first, just because I don't care about that thing anyway. The that particular thing is not good for playing. Okay, so this is not turning out very well. I must add, I'm going to take 4 damage, killing myself in the process while gaining a rot. This is not a good exchange. Not a good exchange at all. So now I have rot. And having just a little bit of rot is not good. Because of the aforementioned, if you run into somebody else with higher rot, you're basically giving them extra die. So, that was just a bit of bad luck. I'm having very bad luck. It's a tabletop, dice game. Bad luck's gonna happen. But I don't think I forgot anything. I want to make sure I didn't forget any of the winning the game. Let's see, Kingslayer, Spirit... Oh, the Spirit Stones. I knew I forgot something. Now, if you remember the quest that had like a Spirit Stone reward, if you get 4 of those, I think, and go in and face the king, you can purify him of the rot and win the game that way. I've never done that, but you can also win that way. I knew I forgot something, though. And this is basically the way the game plays out, folks. It can go on for upwards of 40 minutes or so. You've seen the way the game plays. I'm kind of hesitant to show the whole thing because I'm doing it in a very bad way right now. I'm doing very poorly. Fog of War. Gain stealth until the next dawn or until they're spotted. That's a unique one. I never saw that one before. Honestly, I never saw that before. Oh good. So now we're all blind. I have no idea where anybody is. They all know where I'm at. I wish I had that last turn. I wish I had that last turn. Okay, now, if you want to equip... We'll just do this for the sake of it. Normally, you don't want to equip Thane with a shield, but this is, again, for the purposes of showing you how to do stuff. If you want to equip an item, you just click it, drag it over to inventory, and drop it. It also works for if you have a part like the Bard or Minstrel I found earlier on that one quest thing, you put it in the party instead of there. I want to go to over there, so I want to go left. Right. Left. And we'll go into... yeah. Anyway, guys, yeah, that's going to be the end of it. I'm not showing a whole game because this is a tabletop game and that just takes forever. But I want to get you the vague sense of how the game plays and if you want to buy it yourself. And it is a very fun game. I would be remiss if I didn't tell you that, you know, I've spent personally about 6 hours so far, and I plan on spending a lot more. So, yep, that's going to be it for today, guys. Thank you guys very much for watching. And as always, if you'd like to help support the channel and help it grow, you may wish to like or even subscribe for easier access to future videos. Farewell, everyone, until next time.